Hey, beautiful. So, right now we're going to start releasing grief, the manifestation block of grief, because there are times when we're holding on to grief so tightly we haven't released it. Emotions are meant to be processed, and part of that process is the release, and sometimes we haven't released it. And our goddess message today was from the goddess of grief, telling us to let it out, cry it out, express what needs to be expressed and release it, because those things slow down our manifestations. So I'm going to read to you. And if you're new here, I am Goddess LaMeel. Go back and watch part 1 and 2 that explains where this information is coming from. It's a book by Anna Siegel and it's called The Secret Message of Your Body. And so it deals with emotions, physical aches and pains, ailments, body parts that hurt, whatever, and what spiritual meaning there is behind it and how to release it. So we're going to talk about grief. I'm going to read to you what it says. People often feel sad when they feel they've lost something. Although grief is an important part of healing, when suppressed, it can lead to depression, victimhood, self-pity, hopelessness, blame, unhappiness, and, of course, sickness. Many experience sadness from the loss of a loved one, a job, an opportunity, their youth, marital breakdown, moving to a different country, leaving loved ones behind, being left alone, feeling isolated, the loss of your identity, like mom's empty nest syndrome, that type of thing. Sadness and grief can be recognized and exposed in order to heal. Loss can be extremely difficult. Each person deals differently with loss, and through time, it takes time to heal. But if you don't, prolonged sadness and grief can keep you focused on the past and limit you from moving forward. And that's kind of where it comes into manifesting, right? Because you're not moving forward. You're staying stuck where whatever it is that you felt you lost still is. Sadness, grief, and loss can also lead to sinus problems, frozen shoulders, kidney problems, ovarian cysts, I should have my glasses on, Parkinson's disease, memory loss, lower back pain, carpal tunnel syndrome, irritable bowel syndrome, hemorrhoids, heart problems, anemia, and many other conditions. I personally had anemia and lower back pain. So again, for my personal story, the things that I actually work through, I go into detail. Those things will be all that information will be in Goddess University, where you can go and get a free guest membership right now, be a part of the Goddess Code movement, and learn more about releasing these blocks, because I am sharing that as part of the complimentary content that you get. So how do you process to release sadness? You're going to place your hand on the part of the body where you feel sadness most intensely, and breathe into that area for a while, allowing the emotion to kind of rise to the surface with little to no resistance. Okay, so you focus there, breathe into it, and then you can relax your hands. And this time I'm going to show you a screenshot of what I'm reading. I'm going to show what I'm reading, and then you can screenshot it so you can do this later, but you can also save this video and come back. So what you're going to say is, divine healing intelligence, use the orange-red flame of purification. Please help me heal all sadness, grief, and loss. Help me release all blame, self-pity, confusion, and unhappiness I am carrying. Please dissolve the intense ache, longing, and depression I am feeling. Allow me to gain insight into the hidden blessings of my sadness and grief, and to grow wiser and stronger. Thank you. Now you repeat the word clear. Clear, clear, and I typically am physically saying clear and moving it from places in my body that I feel like that emotion or that pain is stored. So I had anemia, so that's kind of like all over my body. I was having lower back pain, so I was pulling it out of my lower back and saying clear, and out of my shoulders and saying clear. Now you want to visualize or observe the orange-red light moving through your body, your mind, your emotions, and your energy field, and begin to clear and dissolve all negative thoughts, words, feelings, memories, images of sadness, blame, and self-pity. Now, after you've done this, and you may need to do this a few times, right, to completely feel cleared, depending on how much loss you've had, how long you've been holding on to it. I know for me, I lost my father in 2019. I lost my sister, and I don't really want to say a loss. They transitioned. So initially it felt like a loss because I wasn't able to commune with their physical beings anymore, right? But I'm still able to communicate. We are still in communication, and it's still a process for me because it's not always the way that I want to do it. And also we need to normalize having a relationship with the people that we love, even if they're not in this 3-dimensional reality and they're not in a 3D meat suit. A whole nother topic for another day. So you may need to do this several days, but that grief, as you release it, will make it easier for you to manifest and do other things, right? Because this is about healing, and the more healed you are, the more free you are mentally, spiritually, physically, the easier manifestation is for you. The other part of this is that once you clear it, you want to fill in with positive emotions. So you can get a copy of the book. I have the link in my bio. I talk about more of the positive emotions in the membership section of Goddess University. Please join. Also, if you are feeling grief, heavily in a certain part of your body, like over your heart, right? Or some of us may be feeling it in our stomachs. Then what you're going to want to do is write a healing code across your heart, across your stomach, have someone else write it across your lower back after you've activated it. Wear that for 3 days. Do your clearing exercises and watch your manifestations soar. I love you, and I will see you in the next video. So here's the exercise right here. Take a screenshot if you want to save this and utilize it for later. It's the process to release sadness, which is also terminalized as grief.